Yo, what's good, everybody? Look at the beers of Barton. It is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. Yep, that's right. Year's almost halfway over. It is what it is. Well, as of late, I've been doing these beers with Barton kind of randomly. It's more like life updates, therapeutic, whatever you want to call it. So, really, no rhyme or reason. Haven't really had a big reason. I felt to do one for a while. Just kind of got busy too, but I felt today I definitely wanted to do one. I always like to say I'm going to keep these short and sweet, but this one may be hard. But I will try to be kind of to the point. So tonight marked kind of a big deal, more emotional than I thought, to be honest with you. So let me paint the picture, step back. So about 8 years ago, so a couple years before COVID, was at I think, first grade school dance for my daughter. And, during those dances, the kids are kind of dancing around being silly. And the dads are just kind of sitting around, standing around talking. Well, one of my good buddies, I was talking to him. Our daughters were there. And then some guy he knew was just kind of hanging out, quieter. And I ended up talking to him, ended up meeting him, great guy. And found out he was going to open up a barbershop here in the community right up the street, less than a mile from me, right next to my watering hole. I was like, oh man, that's awesome. Well, as you can see, there's not much to do. Barber's probably not on my top 10 list of services that I think I need. I think I went to Supercuts, and if it got messed up, you couldn't tell. My beard wasn't as big, kept it shorter. But I love supporting the community. So he opened up this barber shop, and I was like, let me go check it out. So I went and checked it out. Sambuco Barbershop, Todd, the owner. He cut my hair, trimmed the beard. It was great, man. Just liked the environment, liked the vibe. It was cool. Seemed like a community pretty early on. So I think he cut my hair a couple times, and then I went to a couple of the other barbers here and there. And it used to be in the beginning where it'd be walk-ins. So you'd go and you just put your name on a list and whoever's available, which was fine. You go on a random weekday. You could probably get in pretty quick. Weekends you'd have to wait, but it was no big deal. It was just fun. He'd hang out, and he had drinks there, and TV. So it was great. And then I got hooked up with the great man himself, Patrick. He had moved down here around the same time. He actually was a teacher at Paul Mitchell, I think is what it's called, third generational barber, his grandfather and father. And just kind of hit off with them. Super, super. I mean, I feel like I can get along with anybody. Some people easier than others, but just super easy to talk to. Love sports, started talking about that. And just, you could tell he was a professional and he cared about, his craft, but also the whole experience was just so calming. So shortly after that, they went to reservations, and I just started, always reserving Patrick. I figured out very quickly you had to reserve him a month, 2-3 months in advance. He booked up so quick for obvious reasons. So got on a good cadence of booking 2, 3, 4 in a row, months out. But I really felt after a while, though, I really looked forward to getting a fresh shave. And actually, he's the one after maybe a year earlier was just I think I was doing a one, kind of a buzz cut or real close on the sides and a little bit on the top, but kind of let it go, buddy. He's the one that convinced me, dude, let's just do a 0. And I'm like, oh man, I'm so scared. I got a weird shaped head. What's going to happen? But he did it, and I didn't hate it. My wife didn't hate it. Miss Beers with Barton, so that was great. And then he, after a while, he's just like, just let me shave it, dude, a 0 or whatever it is. I was like, all right, man, I fully trust you, bro. I fully trust you with my life. But anyways, built a really good rapport with him, and I found out I always looked forward to getting the fresh cut, beard trimmed up. It feels good. I don't have a lot of hair, but it does grow fast. It was just the time, not just the vibe and community, but just spending time talking, catching up. It felt like it was just such a relaxing and time for me to connect. I know it was work for him, but just so easy to connect with and talk to. And very thankful over the years. It's been 8 years. Definitely call him one of my really good friends. Hung out with him outside. We went and watched soccer games together. We're both Man U fans, so we went through that. but the guy can talk about anything. He's just easy to connect to. His amazing wife, Megan, was the shop manager, and she is like the most likable person in the world. Just amazing. Just two of the nicest and just real people that you could ever meet. I mean, there was nothing forced. They are Northerners. They're from Rhode Island. So, you got to be prepared to just the truth. There's no filter, but in a good way. Yeah, so just over the years, appreciate it, text from time to time, and we'll go hang out when we could. And just, like I said, consider it more my, definitely a friend, a really good friend. They had events at the shop. We'd always go. He enjoys bourbon. They're on tequila kick now, which is okay. But so we talk about that. But yeah, just over the years, like I said, it was more about, just connecting and just being able to spend time with a buddy, for 40 minutes and, see his wife, Megan, and just kind of relax and let life kind of like go on and just take a nice break. So a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month at this point, they've decided to move to Pensacola, Florida. His sister-in-law and brother-in-law, Megan's sister, lives a couple hours from there. So it all worked out. They're able to do a lot of really big, cool stuff. I only have like 150 subscribers, so I don't think I'm, letting too much information go. But we're able to get a house. He's already hooked up at a new barber shop, which I do owe you a Google review, Patrick. It's coming. And it was heartbreaking to hear. I mean, I remember we were sitting at Sweet Frog, the family and I, after dinner, and I got the text, honored that Patrick just reached out and said, "Hey man, just want to give you a heads up. Here's what's happening. I'm going to make some posts on social, but I want to let you know personally because I value you," which, I mean, that blew me away, for him to have that much, respect for me. But also just, I must have looked like a ghost because Michaela and Jess were like, "Did somebody die?" And I was like, "Yeah, me, a part of me." But anyway, super excited for him. It's been a great adventure. They did an event a couple weeks ago, like going away. And long story short, I had some appointments booked. Had to cancel the last one, which I actually got the reminder today to confirm my appointment, which, is the day Patrick's leaving, or the week after. But I got to go tonight, and I think I was his last cut ever at Sambuco. Pretty sure that's how it worked out. And man, it was just more emotional than I thought. Like, I knew it was coming. Enjoyed the cut as always, and then kind of walked out and knew that like the next time I walked in, I wouldn't see Patrick. Megan had already left a couple weeks ago, so it was already a little weird, not having her bubbly, wonderful, smiling face there. But there'd be some times he'd go and you wouldn't see her. She'd be running errands, or she'd be doing stuff for the shop, or she'd be doing whatever she had to do. But majority of the time she was there. But not seeing Patrick, that first barber chair on the right when you walk in will be filled by somebody else, and that's a big chair to fill. Let me tell you, the thing I appreciate most about Patrick, which is something that I appreciate about people, is just not only his just true authentic self. He is who he is, and he cares about his profession. He's very, very good at it, but he's an even greater person. Like, literally, he is an amazing barber. He is an even better person. He's just real, authentic, and just somebody that you just feel comfortable with. And it's not manufactured. It's not fake. It's not, doing politics for the job. Like, it's just Patrick being Patrick. You're just hanging out with this guy, and he's just engaging with you while he's doing an amazing, believe me, I'm not the poster child for, his skill level, for sure. But just doing amazing work. So yeah, this is obviously isn't about me, it's about them, and they're very, they're ready for their life, and I'm just so happy for them. But I am sad, selfishly, I'm super sad, and people always say like, "Hey, if you're ever in the area, stop by." Like, he told me that authentically. If we're ever in Pensacola, I know I can hit him up, not only get a cut, but like, check out his house and see him and his lovely wife. And I'm going to take him up on that because Pensacola is awesome anyway, but also, why wouldn't I? So anyways, Patrick and also Megan, this is for you. I'm so happy for you guys. I know this is a great adventure, and it's right for you guys. Everything's falling in place, but I'm going to miss you guys. It's going to be really weird the next time I go into that barber shop and I see you sitting there. I try not to cry, but I may shed a tear. And Patrick, like I texted you tonight, once I walked out, it just kind of hit me like, wow, that's the last time he's gonna cut this delicious head and this delightful beard, at least at that barbershop. I will make it out to Pensacola. I mean that. So anyways, cheers to you guys. Didn't want to make this about me, of course, but I'm a little bit in my feels tonight. And it is going to feel different. You know, I went every 2 weeks. I didn't need it. Like I said, I don't have much hair, but it does grow fast. It always feels good to get the fresh buzz cut. But, you know, I could probably go once a month and be okay. 2 weeks is probably about right for the beard, to be honest with you, because I do work in corporate America and I don't want to look homeless. It's not going to be the same, man. I'm going to enjoy it. Still a great barbershop. Todd's amazing. So many good barbers there. It's just going to be just not having that connection. And just it'll feel, at least at first, it's I'm just going for an appointment, not for that time and that connection and experience, because it's just going to be different. That's just the way it is. So anyways, cheers. We're going to chug a Corona because you guys live in Pensacola, and I'm sure you guys should be drinking a lot of cervezas on the beautiful beach, which you should, living your guys' best life. And if anyone in this world deserves everything that's about to happen for you guys in this next chapter of life, it is 1,000,000% the two of you, because like I said, I have, you know, what I consider a lot of friends. I have acquaintances. I have people I know, people that I enjoy spending time with, people that are like, okay, I can take you in doses. Like, I honestly, truly have enjoyed every moment that I've got to spend with you. I'm very, very thankful to have met people like you, and that I'm blessed to be able to call you friends, and to be able to see your friends do amazing things and be able to see them move on to the next chapter of life. And it's great for them. It doesn't matter what it means for you, or, you know, left behind is not the right word, but them moving on and you not having them in your life that you're used to. It's great. I love seeing people do amazing things and to take opportunities that they have. And just like I said, if anyone deserves it, it's the two of you. You two are just some of the most amazing people in my life that I know truly care about you guys. I just think you're just some of the most authentic people that I've been blessed to know. So I know we're not out of touch. We'll still text Patrick. We'll still send crazy Instagram, you know, reels and stuff to each other, because we have the same sense of humor, which I appreciate, because it takes a special person to appreciate my insanity. But we will see each other again one day, whether when you guys are back here, although I don't know if that'll ever happen, because you don't have family here, or when we're down that way. We're going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. And again, like I said, just thank you guys for being you. That's the greatest gift you guys have. It's just being authentic, real good people, and I don't take it for granted. So this one's for you. A little Corona Extra for Pensacola. I think it's a 4.5er, 4.6er, almost a 4.9. So cheers, Patrick, Megan. Potter says hi, obviously. Wouldn't be a video without him. And thanks, bud. And we're getting close to 14 minutes. So I said short and sweet, which means like 7, and we're double that. So thanks for bearing with me. Cheers. This is for you guys. Couple dribbles. All right, wrapping it up. Thanks you guys for being you. And the cover picture that I've used was it was during COVID, as you can see. It was a couple months that after I started this ridiculous channel, and my good buddy created a Beers with Barton logo with me being like, because that's the picture that was taken for my profile that Jess took for me. And I had shirts made and all that was from some good friends, thought it was funny. And I think the shop was closed for a couple months. So this is probably May 2020. And it's one of my favorite pictures of you guys. It's just funny. We have masks on, which is ridiculous, but me and my big stupid face, I'll remember it forever. So again, thank you guys for being you. Appreciate you. Until next time.